My name is Dr. Catriona Morrison. I'm a senior lecturer in psychology at the University of Leeds. And what I want to talk about today is to transition from A-level psychology to university psychology. So if you're studying psychology at A-level and you're thinking about going on to university, what are the issues you need to consider? And I'm going to give you some tips as well on how to really maximise your experience of psychology at university. So what we're going to cover today then are 6 main points. First of all, is university psychology for you? Second, do I need A-level psychology in order to study psychology at university? So some of you may not be studying A-level psychology, but still considering taking it up at university. Which course should I opt for? There's a whole array of courses out there, lots of different universities putting on psychology courses with different strands and different focuses. So which course is right for you? How do you go about narrowing down your options? Fourth, on arrival at university, what do you do? University is quite a big, scary place. So what can you do when you arrive at university in order to ensure that you're on the right course to do well at uni? Fifth, things to take advantage of, so things that you can do to really maximise your learning experience at university. So there's lots that you can do yourself that's not kind of programmed into your course, but that is out there for you to take advantage of in order to get the very best experience of psychology at university. And last, top tips for success. So how to do well. Many of them are blindingly obvious, like work hard, but I think sometimes they get forgotten with all the excitement of going to university. So I'll give you some tips on how to do well on your psychology degree. Is university psychology for you? Well, what we want as university lecturers in psychology is to get students who are inquisitive, who have a sense of questioning the world, who don't accept what they're told, but rather question it, critique it, and think about it, and ultimately develop their own opinions. We're not there to spoon feed you, we're not there to tell you what to think, we're there to help you develop an inquiring mind. So we want people to question us, to challenge us, and to really develop their knowledge and expertise as psychologists. Second, be enthusiastic. So if you have a real passion for the subject, then that indicates that you're going to do well. So we don't want people who are like, take it or leave it. We want people who have a real passion for psychology. Third, you need to not be scared of numbers. Now, I think this is a problem that many students have coming into university psychology, is that they're hoping psychology is going to be quite a soft subject. They're hoping that it's going to be about kind of understanding how people think and quite touchy-feely. In fact, psychology is not like that at all. Psychology will challenge you, will make you numerical, you will learn to do statistics, you'll be drawing graphs, you'll be presenting tables with data, and so you will be highly numerate by the end of your studies. But it's important that you understand that going in and that you're not shy of dealing with numbers. You need to be talented in communication as well. This is really important. So we want people who are able to communicate well on a one-to-one level, who are able to communicate well as part of a group, who are able to give oral presentations, and who have good writing skills. Now, of course, we'll develop all of these in you during your course, but we want people who are up for that challenge at the start. And last, we want people who are open-minded, who are ready for a challenge, who want to be stretched, and who don't have a fixed view of the world. So you will find that doing a psychology degree, you come across material that maybe makes you uncomfortable, that you disagree with, that you're not happy about. By all means, challenge that, develop your own opinions and ideas, but continue to be open-minded. So, do you need A-level psychology in order to study psychology at university? Well, the answer to that is definitely no. There's almost no university in the UK that requires you to have A-level psychology as a prerequisite. Many universities, however, will expect you to have one or more science at A-levels, and they believe that this prepares you well for psychology as a scientific discipline. There are in fact pros and cons when it comes to studying A-level psychology when you go on then to study psychology at university. One of the differences, there are many, many differences in fact between A-level psychology and university psychology, and your perception of psychology as an A-level student may differ greatly to what you find at university. And in fact, sometimes being a blank slate, not having that A-level background is actually useful to you. So don't be put off if you haven't done psychology at A-level going in to study psychology at university. One of the differences between A-level psychology and university psychology is that there's no practical component to A-level psychology, and you might find this quite challenging when it comes to studying psychology at university. So even if you've got the A-level background, there will be a lot of surprises for you when it comes to university psychology. So, which courses should you opt for? When you're drawing up your UCAS shortlist, what should you be looking for? Well, you have to be aware of the fact that courses differ greatly. And you're only really going to get a sense of that if you read the prospectuses, check the websites, and maybe go on the open days as well. So there's a huge variety of psychology courses. They're not all made the same, and you need to understand that so that you pick a course that relates to your particular interests. Most courses are regulated by the BPS, the British Psychological Society, and I think this is an important kite mark of a high standard. So if at all possible, if you're thinking about going into a profession in psychology, then you're going to need that BPS accreditation. So go for a course that is BPS accredited and go for the very best course you can in terms of your A-level capabilities. So you've got as far as university then, you've decided that psychology is a subject for you, you arrive at university, what are you going to do to cope with being at university and studying psychology? Well, you're going to face a lot of challenges arriving at university. It's, as I say, a quite big, scary place in comparison with school. You're going to see a massive change in culture. You're going to go from very small class sizes at school, very intimate learning environments, to huge class sizes, 500 plus sometimes at university. So you're going to go from being in a very small pond to being in a very, very big pond with people you don't know. And that's very challenging, and you have to be prepared for that. You get a lot less contact time with your tutors at university as well, so you'll have very strong relationships with your A-level teachers, be very involved with them, see them on at least a daily basis, and have a very close working relationship with them. That won't be the same at university. There will be less time with the tutors and more onus on you as the student to do your own learning and to make your own effort in arriving at a good degree. Another difference between school and university is that school material is very much more prescriptive than is the material you will get at university. We don't spoon feed you at university. We give you the basics for your learning, and then you go out and do the learning yourselves. So we don't give you everything you need to know. We tell you what you need to go and do to arrive at that learning. And it's very much like the analogy of going to the hairdresser as opposed to getting a personal trainer. So you go to the hairdresser and you say, I want a nice haircut, and you come out of the salon and you have the beautiful haircut. University degrees don't work like that. We don't you don't pay us the money and we give you your 2-1 in psychology. We're much more like personal trainers, where what we do is we say, okay, you want to get fit? Here's what you need to do to get fit. I'll give you the regime, off you go and do it. So it's much less prescriptive, and the emphasis is much more on you to do your own learning. You have to do a lot of independent reading as well, so you'll find your contact time is relatively small on a psychology degree, but we will be expecting you to work 9 to 5, 5 days a week, which means that you have to go off, do the reading yourselves, and do the extra work really to maximise your learning experience.